What's up, everyone? I am Outlaw, you my viewers, and together we make up the Destined Outlaws. Okay, so I have been giving Pokemon a lot of attention. Let's not forget about you yokai fans, those of you who subscribe to me for Yokai Watch. Let's talk about Yokai Watch 2, due to be released in September 30th, I believe. So, Yokai Watch 2 will be split into two separate games. One being Bony Spirits and the other one being Fleshy Souls. And these are similar to, the original Red and Blue in terms that, Red and Blue being Pokemon, but in terms that each game will have exclusive yokai. So like, certain yokai you can befriend in Bony Spirits, and certain yokai you can only befriend in Fleshy Souls, and then this one introduces trading into the yokai world. Trading is nothing new, but in terms of yokai, this is new. So therefore, in order to complete your medallion, you would need a friend who has the opposite game, or you have both games and you trade between yourselves. Okay, so let's get this ball rolling right away. Let's start things off here with Kyubi. Kyubi's a next rank yokai of the mysterious tribe, and he's a fire type, I guess you can say. Here's just a little bit of information. This fox yokai is one of the strongest out of every yokai. He can easily make a volcano erupt. Now, Kyubi is nothing new, but I guess, if you want to complete your medallion, you need Fleshy Souls to get Kyubi and trade over. Let's talk a little bit about his attacks. His attack is Tail Slap. His technique is Incinerate. His spirit is Burn. Burn steadily drains HP from the opponent and burns the foe, sort of like Burn in Pokemon. His ultimate is Inferno, and his skill is Sense of Smell. Sense of Smell makes him never miss an attack. And there you go, pretty much it about Kyubi. Okay, and up next we have Ogama, which name translates into large toad or something like that, I believe. He's an S-rank yokai of the Tough tribe, and his attribute or type is Water. Okay, let's read about what his medallion says. The transformed form of a toad that lived for thousands of years. Now he has a longer lifespan and can preserve his good looks without drying up. This guy seems really interested in me. His tail sort of looks like a tongue. His tail, wow. His ponytail thing. It seems to be his hair, then it transforms into like a tongue, sort of, at the end. I don't know, he looks pretty cool. Sort of, his jacket thing sort of reminds me of the fusions from Dragon Ball Z. But other than that, it's pretty cool. His attack is Skull Smash. His technique is Waterfall. His Spirit is Moving On Up, which gives the target a big shot aura, quote unquote. And that target with the big shot aura is all attacks are attracted to that target. So obviously you're gonna use it on an opponent. His ultimate is called Ogama Transformation Technique, and his skill is Toad's Protection, which protects allies from lethal blows, which is, protects all your yokai team of critical hits. Okay, Boyclops now. He is a D-rank yokai of the Charming tribe, and his attribute or type is Ice. Okay, he's a mostly harmless yokai that manages to spook others, even though he doesn't have any particular powers. He's glad that says half on contact lenses compared to other people. I think that was typed wrong. Anywho, his attack is Headbutt. His technique is Frost. His Spirit is Eye on Fire, which raises the target's strength. His ultimate is Eye of Deception, which confuses all enemies. And his skill is called Honke's Blood, which raises the speed of all Honke present. And I believe Honke is the Japanese name for Fleshy Souls. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure. But yeah, Boyclops is not much new, to me at least. I encountered him in Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble. I have Yokai Watch 1 and I yet to encounter him. I don't know if he's in that game at all, but there you go, Boyclops. Okay, up next we have Rimokonkakuchi. I think that's how you say it. And he's a C-rank yokai of the Shady tribe, and his attribute is Ice. Okay, he enjoys hiding television remotes and makes a game out of it. He was devastated upon finding out that you can change the channel on the television without the remote. A little bit of trivia: he and Signable are friends and like to cause mischief together, particularly in electronic stores. I don't have much information on his attack, technique, his spirit's ultimate, or skill. I just assume his technique is ice because it just does follow the pattern of the other yokais. Their technique is usually whatever their attribute is. Yeah, it was pretty cool, like a vampire remote. Okay, moving on, we have one of my personal favorite of the new yokai, Raizo. He's a D rank of the Tough tribe, and his attribute is lightning. This information that I have here is not his medallion, but just an explanation of him. He's a fair-skinned humanoid yokai with short blonde hair and a ponytail and bangs that cover one eye. It wears a pair of gray pants with the bottoms appearing ripped and a white rope tied as a belt, matching the material on each wrist. An electric vest or pouch can be seen draped on its side, and it carries the spear. I have his attack name, which is Pesky Poke. His technique name is called Lightning, which, if it's not Lightning attribute, I don't know what is. His spirit, no, I don't have any information. His ultimate, I don't have any information either. And his skill is Flash, and what Flash does, I'm not sure, but maybe it makes the opponent miss, I assume. Like it's something like Flash, like in Pokemon. Other than that, yeah, this guy looks pretty cool. He looks like I'm pretty sure he looks pretty close to what his human form is, sort of like Hungramps. Okay, up next we have another one of my favorite. His name is Hiraishin, an A-rank yokai of the Tough tribe, and his attribute is lightning. He absorbs lightning and is able to use all he likes. Even if there's any trouble, he will stop it like a lightning rod. And since this is what has been happening to him recently, he worries if his shoulders are becoming stiff. I don't know. Yeah, his attack is called Vital Strike. His technique is God's Thunder, which is a lightning attribute. His Spirit is called Speed of Light, which increases speed by a lot. His ultimate is called, sorry if I butcher this, Dongagashun. His skill is Lightning Rod, which takes in all lightning damage, which is very similar to Lightning Rod in Pokemon. Fun facts, it is in the anime or something like that, I believe. No, actually in this game, spoiler alert, it is revealed that he is Raizo's father, and he evolves into Raizo level 29. I'm not from Raizo at level 29, I'm not sure if I mentioned that. And also Papa Bolt and Mama Aura are Hiraishin's parents, which that's pretty interesting to see a family here. Papa Bolt, Mama Aura are the grandma and grandpa of Raizo. It's pretty interesting. That's also partly why this is one of my favorite yokai. I'm not sure he's the strongest, but he's definitely super cool looking and has a lot of backstory compared to most other yokai. Alright, now we have Whatchagot, an E-rank yokai of the Tough tribe, and his attribute is Ice. He's a humble bowl of rice who's jealous of what others are eating. It inspires people and fills them with envy. When I first saw this guy in Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble, for those of you guys who follow my Wibble Wobble, I thought he was ice cream, but he's apparently a bowl of rice. It's hilarious. He looks so depressed. Anyway, his attack is called Punch. His technique is Hail, which is a ice type attribute. His Spirit is called Blinded by Envy, which makes all enemies attack their allies, which is it's a pretty good Spirit. His ultimate is called Assault Neighbors Urayameshi, and actually Urayameshi is his Japanese name, so I'm not sure how would that name fully translate into English. And his skill is called Urayameshi again, and he attacks his allies because he's jealous of his own allies, that sucks. That's a terrible skill to have. So obviously, you'll want to make his what do you call his attitude something else. you know, so you won't use the skill too much. Okay, and next up after this we have Pride Shrimp. He's a B rank yokai of the Tough tribe, and his attribute is Restoration, which means he's a healer. He's a deluxe bowl of rice and shrimp that makes anyone in spirits full of themselves. So I'm sure that translates into being cocky, I guess. In order to acquire Pride Shrimp, you must fuse What You Got with Papa Windbag. His attack is Tackle. His technique is Heal, which obviously heals. His Inspire is called Extra Thick It Beats in Power, which increases the target's defense. So you will, so hopefully he inspires an ally. I don't know why would you inspire the enemy. Anywho, his ultimate is called Extra Thick It Beats in Smash, and his skill is Daunting Pose, which raises his defense when he's in the middle of the team, which is pretty cool. Okay, and up next we have Tetsuya, which is a E-rank yokai of the Shady tribe, and his attribute is Lightning. A yokai that will stay up playing games no matter how sleepy he gets. If a friend of yours is bragging about having pulled an all-nighter, he probably got inspirited. I know I personally am a victim of being inspirited by Tetsuya. He was pretty cool. He looks sleepy. He's floating on the cloud with a cup of coffee on his head. I guess you can call that a shooting star cup of coffee. Anyway, his attack is Punch. His technique is Shock. His spirit is Night Owl, which reduces the target's defense. His ultimate is called All Night Gaming, which brings the all enemies' defenses way down, that's really good. His skill is called Late Night Tension, and if you're playing at night, all your stats are increased. And I'm not sure if that's just for him or the whole entire team, but either way, this is so far turning out to be a really good yokai, just with the ultimate move. That's pretty awesome. Okay, next up we have Kentetsu, B rank yokai of the Shady tribe. His attribute is Lightning, and if you haven't guessed by now, he is the evolved form of Tetsuya. In order to acquire him, you must fuse Tetsuya with Hydabat. Anywho, it always bears a sharp tooth grin, and its red eyes are always half shut with dark bags underneath them. It has long, dusty red hair and two horns of the same color. Tiny yellow stars float around its head, and purple clouds float around its orange moon-shaped tail. It wears a navy blue robe and white coffee cup on its head. It sits on a lavender-colored cloud. His attack, no information I have. His technique, I have no information either. His spirit, likewise. His ultimate, same thing. And his skill, all I have is that it's called Midnight Tension. Which if it's anything like Tetsuya, I guess if you play at midnight, it does something. I'm not sure. Pretty cool. Yeti chilling playing the 3DS there. Alright, next up is Komo-san S, which is the S rank version of Komo-san. He is a charming tribe, and his attribute is Fire. The explanation is pretty funny. For some reason, Komo-san became an S rank. Komo-san himself is confused about this, and if he can, he wants to turn back to his normal rank. Now, Komo-san's attack is Wallop. His technique is Incinerate. His Inspire is Burn S, which anytime the target moves, it gets damaged. It's pretty interesting. His ultimate is Soul Dance, and his skill is called Firewall, and I guess he absorbs all fire damage, so similar to Lightning Rod. This is one of the least interesting things to have, but it's cool. Komo-san S rank. I'm a personal huge fan of Komo-san, and to be honest, I didn't even check, but hopefully Komo-san S rank's attacks are way higher than his normal attacks, because I personally use Komo-san in my regular yokai watching. He's pretty good. Okay, next up we have Sailor Nyan, A-ranked yokai of the Charming tribe, and her attribute or type is Restoration. Is a maiden Jabanyan who works on a ship. Since she's really has a lot of girl power, she became popular among the sailors, which caused her to become selfish. Okay, from what I see is a Sailor Moon Sailor Moon slash Jibanyan mix, or is just Jibanyan as a sailor, a female sailor? I don't know. Anyway, the attack, I have no information. Technique, Experience, Ultimate, no information either. But the skill, I do have information, and the skill is called Moon Power. It heals allies' HP when in the back. So that's pretty cool. To my knowledge, that's the only yokai that does something like that. When it's in the back, you know, being idle in the back 3, its skill actually works. If that's what this means, or maybe it's just translated wrong, I'm not sure. Okay, and now we have here SV Snaggerjag, a rank yokai, the Slippery Tribe, and as a tribute, it's water. Snaggerjag, or SV, actually has 2 forms. This is the friend form, and then there's the boss form, the one that we all know from Yokai Watch 1 and Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble. This is actually something that, you know, and this is not a spoiler or anything because they show it in the trailer. You actually travel back 60 years into the past in Yokai Watch 2, and I'm guessing this is SV Snaggerjag 60 years in the past, when, you know, he trusted people and he wanted, you know, people to be his friends. Anywho, he's the guardian spirit of the catfish pond. He gets mad if he sees anyone mistreating it. The fish respect his manly personality and will do whatever he asks. So it's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool to see the boss 60 years ago. That's what I'm assuming. Mind you, I have no clue. I never played this game or seen any gameplay other than what the trailer showed us. But yeah, you could obviously tell he's a much younger looking SV Snaggerjag. As far as attack technique, in spirit, sorry, on ultimate and skill, I have no information on. So yeah. And last but not least, we have Mighty Dog, the A-rank yokai of the Charming Tribe, and its attribute is Earth. His tremendous muscular white form, his savage barbaric spirit, the pouch thrown across his back filled with the skulls of defeated enemies stuffed with gunpowder and bombs. He's a walking force of mass destruction. Within his chilly spiral, he encapsulates the souls of those he's devoured. Pretty menacing sounding thing. I'm not even sure that's a proper word. It just sounded proper, so don't bash me in the comments. But like SV Snaggerjag before it, he actually has 2 forms as well. This is the boss form, and to my knowledge, boss form is the only form available until Yokai Watch 2, and then I believe in Busters or Yokai Watch 3 or something, he gets the friend form, which you could befriend him. And it's probably a younger him too as well, since it looks smaller. His attack, technique, and spirit, ultimate, and skill, I have 0 information on. And yeah, let's speculate a little about this guy. To what I understand, being that this is boss form, he's an exclusive boss to Fleshy Souls. And actually, the other one, Bony Spirits, also has an exclusive boss, and we'll get to that. But he's this guy is obviously related to Komajiro in some sort of way. Komasan, Komajiro family. If you know, if you can't see how they're sort of related, get your eyes checked. Anyway, yeah. So, what do you guys think of this guy? I want to know your thoughts on this guy in the comments below. Mighty Dog. Okay, so this is the part where I tell you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, pause the fury that like button and also subscribe so you never miss another video. And share with your families and friends, get the word out there. Just Yokai Watch 2 coverage is pretty minimal. Also, if you guys made it this far into the video, I would like to know, I want to hear from you guys, which of these yokais that I covered are your favorite? Which one are you most interested in? Which one you dislike the most? And which one do you want to use on your team? Like, which one are you looking forward to befriending? Let me know in the comments down below, please. Also on screen here, I will have 2 links. One to a Pokemon related video, and the other one to a playlist of my Yokai Watch videos I have done, which is mainly Wibble Wobble. And there'll be more to come in the future. Yeah. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I am Outlaw, you are my viewers, and I see you guys in the next episode.